what's up? My name is Tony, and in today's video I'll be talking about the steps that I will be taking to launch this business that we're calling the Hire Company. So first, I'm gonna just give you a quick background on myself. I'm a senior management major with the concentration in HR and a minor in marketing. This year I was recently a part of the NRS Student Challenge, well, one of the groups where we basically had to come up with a company on our own, create a pitch deck and present it to a retailer of our choice. So I'll basically be giving you like all the tricks that I learned during that time over the past 6 months, and I'll be applying them along with the steps that I'll be taking to launch my business, and I'll share it with y'all today. All right, so basically during this series, I'll be laying out the map work that I'll be taking to launch this business, and then I'll be demonstrating them to y'all. But in this video, I'll just be laying out the steps. Also, the Hire Company, the business that we're launching, it is a business partnership between my sister and I. So all of the steps that I'll be listing out applies to business partnerships as well as solo business ventures. So stay tuned. So step one in launching your business is pretty obvious. Find out what you want to do. Find something that you like doing, that you enjoy doing, something that you won't mind doing for a long time. Because that's, we want our business to go for long term. So you don't want to just choose something just because it makes money. So if you don't like hair, if you don't like lashes, if you don't like clothes, if you don't like lip gloss, and you do it just because you see a lot of other people making money from it, it'll just turn into another 9 to 5, which is what we don't want. And it'll be like another 9 to 5 with more hours and more responsibility, which is even worse. So how I chose what we wanted to do for the company, well, okay, so like in a partnership, it'll be a little different from a solo business venture. Y'all will have to agree. Another thing, let me just side note, if you want to do a partnership, like a business partnership with somebody, please don't go into it with somebody who you can't rely on, you can't trust, somebody who will scam you. Like, make sure you really know this person. But anyway, so how we came up with what we wanted to do is stuff that we're into. So skincare, candles, self-care, like anything to do with like home decor. I like smell goods and skincare. Like, I really love it. Like, I love trying new face masks, new face wash. I like watching like product reviews or like skincare product reviews, self-care days, like anything like that, I'm into it. So that's why I wanted like the business to go with, and my sister agreed as well. So step 2 in launching your business is to look up vendors or material costs based on the type of business that you want to do. So why I said to do this right after you figure out what you want to do is just to see how much money really goes into this business. Like, you don't want to say, I want to do lashes or candles, and then you do everything before, and then you see how much it really takes to start the business, and then you don't have the money, you're not prepared, you don't have the resources, and you don't have like the mental capacity to even deal with running a business like that. So that's why I recommend looking up to see what really goes into this business, just to be sure that that's something that you want to do. So step 3 in starting your business or launching your business is to set a realistic budget. Now that you've looked up all your material costs, or you looked up to see how much your vendors will sell the products that you want to resell for, set up a budget for the company. What do you want to stay below? Like, what price do you want to stay below? What's realistic for you? However, what I do recommend is don't sell yourself short. So for example, if it takes $1,000 to start a candle business, and you only have $200, no, realistically, $200 isn't gonna start a successful candle business. So save up so that you can reach at least maybe like $500, $600. Don't sell yourself short while creating your budget. Another thing to know is that everyone's budget will vary. So if someone says it took them let's say $500 to start their candle business, doesn't mean that it has to take you $500 to start your business. You may want fancier packaging, you may want to use better wax, better wicks, better candle vessels, and all of that plays into your budget. So just create a realistic budget for yourself, and if you don't have the money at that time, just work towards it, just so that you could give your customers the best. Like, you want whatever your name is on to be the best. All right, so now that you've created your budget Decide how do you want to deliver your products to your customers. Do you want to do like a physical store? Do you want to do an online business? Do you want to sell through Instagram? Do you want to do wholesale? Like decide the way that you want to deliver your products to your customers. So after you pick your websites, choose your social media platforms that you want to market on. Do you want to do Instagram? Do you want to do Facebook? Do you want to do Snapchat, TikTok? And note, all of them do not have the same like turnover rate, I guess. They're all different because it's all different age groups. You're reaching different people on different platforms. So like Facebook is good for like the older generation. Instagram will be good for like the younger generation, and TikTok of course will be good for the younger generation. You could try Snapchat, but Snapchat wouldn't have as much of as a great effect as the rest of them. Also, when you consider the social media platforms that you want to go on, decide, do you want to use social media influencers to promote your business? Like, how do you want to promote and market your business after you chose your platform? These, like choosing your platform and all of these other stuff that you want to market on, they could rack up extra costs. So work those into your budget as well, and be prepared to go a little over budget if you're choosing social media influencers, because you won't be sure like what their rates are until you ask them or until they respond and they agree to work with you. So just be prepared to go a little over budget once you start marketing your products. So step 5 in launching your business is company name, brand name, and the theme colors that you want to go for. In this step, you need to decide, how do you want your company to look? Do you want it to look clean, sleek? Do you want it to look like colorful? Like, choose your theme and keep it consistent across all platforms, on your website, on your social media platforms, within your brand itself, like on your product packaging. Choose the theme and keep it consistent across the board, because customers like consistency. All right, so another thing just to know, when you're coming up with your company name or like your brand name, your business name, please don't make it like something that's too restricting. So I'll just give you an example. When I was coming up with the company name, I didn't want it to be like something that was restricting. So I didn't want it to be like the Haya Candle Company, because then I feel like that just restricts me to only scents, or it restricts the brand to only do scents basically. So I chose the Haya Company just so it has room for growth. So first it'd be like soaps and candles. Like, say if we want to move to like room sprays or home decor, like it's not restricting by the name candle, if that makes sense. So if you want to do like a clothing business, but you never know, you might want to venture off into something else, instead of having to start a whole different company with a whole other name, you could build it under like that one name, if that makes sense. Yeah, so just don't choose something that restricts the products that you can offer to your customers. You just want to leave room for growth so that your company can keep expanding in the future. All right, so now that you've almost completed all of your background work and you definitely decided this is what you want to do, step 6 is to purchase your LLC for your company. When you do this, it protects you from a whole bunch of liability against certain stuff that comes along with having a company. And it also kind of legitimizes your company to your customers, makes it a little more trustworthy in my opinion. But you just want to go ahead and purchase your LLC. If you're reselling items, you want to go ahead and get your resale, or like your resale certificate, I think it's called, just so that you can shop with your vendors and like you're permitted to resell products, just so like your company isn't illegal basically. And purchasing your LLC also helps with your taxes and all of those other stuff. And it helps with getting your business bank account, which is another thing that you should go ahead and do while starting your business. Getting your business bank account is a huge benefit along with getting your LLC. So you don't want to mix your personal with your business expenses, because it will really hurt you around tax time. Like, you want everything to be separate so that you won't owe too much in taxes, and then you'll be able to write certain stuff off. Like, you don't want to mix it together. Another tip with getting a business bank account, a lot of people recommend getting a credit union, and after doing a lot of research, that's the one I'll be going with, is a credit union. It has like its pros and its cons. The only thing I don't really like about a credit union is that to me, they're not as accessible as like a broad bank or like a well-known bank. However, credit unions have better deals or better perks for small business owners. Their daily balance or the daily limit is way lower than regular banks, and it helps build your business credit, which is what we want as well. So I would recommend go ahead and getting your business bank account with the credit union. But just make sure you have it just in general. Even if you go ahead with the standard or like a regular big name bank, just make sure you go ahead and get your business bank account. All right, so now that we've done like most or almost all of the background work, step 7 is to start posting about your brand even before you launch. Even if you don't have any products on hand or anything, start posting. If you're about to sell clothes, you can post on your personal Instagram, hey, I'm about to start a business. Or if you already created your business Instagram or whatever, start posting there. Start building hype towards your brand so it keeps people waiting, can't wait for your launch, just so that you have a better turnout on your launch day. Another thing is when you finally launch, you could do like a pre-sale beforehand just to gauge the amount of customers you will get, just so that you don't over purchase or like you don't spend all your money buying all this inventory and you don't have as good as a turnout as you thought you would have. You could do a pre-sale launch just to help you out, basically. Another thing that I don't see a lot of people talk about is whenever you do launch and your business is going, it doesn't even have to be going for that long. Utilize ads, like utilize Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Snapchat ads, even YouTube ads. Like utilize ads. Also, most of these ads are like the platforms, they don't charge you until someone clicks the link. And then you can also set like a daily budget or a weekly budget, however you want to set it up, that they won't surpass once it hits the limit. So say if you set your ad, like you want to run your ads until it hits $30, they'll stop it at $30. All right, so another tip, when you're running your ads or when you're looking to run your ads, you first will need to collect like a little information. So what you can do is go to Google and type in Google Trends and like search keywords that pertains to your business. So for instance, we'll be doing soaps and candles. So we want to see who should we promote like our candle ads to. You go on Google Trends and you type in the keyword candle, and then it'll show you like different states that search it the most. So when I searched it, the state that popped up as 100% they searched it the most was West Virginia. So then I'll push my ads to people in West Virginia or like to that region, if that makes sense, just so that you're not pushing your candle ads to people in Georgia and they don't care about it. So that's another tip when you're pushing your ads. Just do a little research before, and so that you can have the best like return on investment, basically. All right, finally we've done all the back work. We launched the business and now the business is running. Step 8 is shipping and customer service. Now, a lot of people, again, don't focus on this or really don't think about this when they're planning to launch your business. We're so excited. We want to get it out there, but we need to remember we're catering to customers or like to people, customers. All right, so when it comes to shipping, please be honest with your customers about how long processing time will take. So if you don't have the inventory on hand, or like you order it from your supplier or your supplier whenever you get an order, and you know it'll take your supplier like a week to send it to you, make your processing time 2 weeks or a week and a half, just so you make sure you give yourself like enough wiggle room basically to deliver the product to your customer. You never want to tell your customer, hey, the processing time is only 2 to 3 days and they're waiting 2 weeks. That will just completely kill your customer like trust in your brand, which is another thing that could hurt your company. Also, given the circumstances that we're in with this whole pandemic, if you know like shipping or like processing time will kind of be out of your hands, you could put a disclaimer in there and say like, hey, due to the given circumstances, processing time will take longer than usual. If you don't want to give like a specific date, but try to give a date just so your customers have like, like a time frame of when this stuff could be coming in. All right, so also while dealing with customers, I know that it's like your business, but don't, like, say if somebody has a problem with the product, they don't like the product, please don't take it personal. Like, just try to resolve the problem as professionally as possible. Don't try to argue with them, and like, because that'll just give your company a bad name, basically. All right, y'all, so that's it for today's video. In the next videos, like I said, I'll be showing y'all like step by step exactly, like me demonstrating me doing the steps. Maybe like in the next video I'll do step 1 through 3, or like step 1 and 2 combined, just as they flow together, just to show y'all like exactly what I'm doing. In case any of you need any more detailed information, I'll show you like the exact steps that I'm taking, the process that I'm going through, just to, you know, give y'all more information. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.